I know we talk about prayer so much to the point where it doesn't hold importance to some of us, right? And that's okay. It is absolutely no judgment. But I want to encourage you to get back to praying. Get back to praying how you used to pray. You remember when you once desired to, get that job and you would pray, God, bless me with the job. God, move the heart of that recruiter, right? When you prayed, or when you wanted that nice apartment, right? That luxury apartment or your first apartment. When you was just praying the house down, Lord, please bless me. Lord, please, do this and do that, right? Let's get back to that. I urge you to get back to that. But let's take it up a notch. How about praying for other people? Pray for that coworker that comes in late. We don't know what that coworker doing has going on. I'm sorry. Pray for your neighbors, right? That single mom, because they need help, right? We don't know their situation with their immediate family. So pray for your neighbor, right? Pray for your family members, of course, because we are all battling things that we cannot see, right? Um, and what I mean by that is we all are handling, burdens and battles, in a different way, If they're not calling you, they're not being funny, they just may be going through a situation right now, right? So the point of the message is to continue to pray, right? I love in Ezekiel when God tells him, who can stand in the gap, right? And he's telling Ezekiel to become an intercessor, right? And that is the beauty of an intercessor, right? Is to pray for other people, right? And some of you are already intercessors, unknowingly, right? Some of you love to pray for other people, and you're just doing it out of the goodness of your heart. You can just see somebody in the store who looks down. Lord, please, give them the joy of the Lord. If someone says they're coming in sick, you immediately go into prayer for healing. You are called to be an intercessor. Yes, an intercessor is someone who prays and standing in the gap for someone who cannot pray or doesn't know how to pray or simply just not even the will of God to even think about prayer. Yes, that is called an intercessor. So again, let's not just pray for when we, want things, right? And when those things come to pass or manifest, we stop praying, right? And trust me, I'm guilty as well. That's why I'm encouraging you to continue to pray. But honestly, I think prayer is just a love language out of this world. Like, I look at prayer as a love language. Like, if you love me, pray for me, because it is the ultimate communication between you and God. Like, when someone says they love you, you know, that's okay. That's beautiful, right? But when someone prays for you, that means they love you unconditionally, right? That is a prayer. I'm sorry, that is a love that is it's just different to me. It's just different. But anywho, the message of this video is to simply just continue to pray. Pray for your loved ones, pray for your community, pray for your coworkers, pray for your church members, and of course pray for your spouse and your family members and your children, which I know we all know that, but sometimes we tend to kind of, step away, because we may be in a season where all we do is pray. And I understand that too. Trust me, I know. And even with that, it's good to kind of like, lean on someone else who's praying. But also, if you're someone who's in prayer and you just cannot find words to pray, comment below and I will lift you up before the Lord. So again, continue to pray and have fun with it as well.